Welcome to Inside Raceland Football, live on Kool TV. Over the next hour, James Collier will visit with Raceland Rams head coach Mike Salmons and players to discuss the 2025 Rams season in their quest toward another return trip to Kroger Field. Now, here's your host of Inside Raceland Football, the voice of the Rams, James Collier.
And welcome into Inside Raceland Football here on Kool TV at the Raceland Fieldhouse. Alongside Mike Salmons, I'm James Collier. Happy to have you along with us here tonight. Good win for the Rams last Friday night, 55-7 over Paris. Senior night victory. That gets the Rams to 2-0 in district play. They hit the road this Friday. But before we get to that, Coach, a legacy for you. 113 wins. You surpassed Bill Tom Ross and Coach Randy Vanderhoof in there. And we put them all together simply because of the fact of both of those men have been instrumental pieces of you going through. Again, Coach Vanderhoof still with you. Coach Ross, one of your high school player, and we talked a little bit about that. But when you see your name etched in stone with those three names put together, I mean, how special is that?
Yeah, you talk about like Coach Ross there. He was my high school football coach for 2 years. My freshman, sophomore year, when you're really in those formative years. And, Coach Ross was such a master motivator, and he could really, really get kids to believe they could do anything. And then Coach Huff, took over for Coach Ross in '97. It was my junior and senior year. Coach Huff was just a motivator in himself, but just a loyal guy. Been around the program a long time, still with the program. Raceland football means the world to him. And so just to be, in contention or mentioned with those guys, it's special. But it's more about the program, right? I've been here, 2 decades or so. But most of the guys, for all those wins there, we've all been together. And I think that's probably what makes it a little bit more special than anything is the people you share it with, not only the staff, but obviously, we've been really blessed with outstanding players on the field and off the field, really blessed with great assistant coaches. And our administration obviously has made a huge impact on who we are and what we do just by looking at our facilities. And so you put all that together, you have the recipe for success. And obviously our kids have been able to go out and achieve that. And, maybe it's one of those things that you reflect on down the road and it means, maybe means a little bit more than what it does when you're in the moment. But, this business here is kind of like, you're on to the next one, the old Belichick saying, on to Cincinnati or whatever. And I'm not so sure that's the way it's supposed to be or even it should be that way. It seems like there should be some type of reflection and some type of enjoyment period. But really sometimes that gets lost in the journey. But it's really thankful, to be a part of it. And obviously, the last decade plus we've had an outstanding run. We've had a great run of kids. Kind of been the perfect storm for us. Great run of kids. Coach Ross went through some playoff pairings that was very unfavorable. That kind of changed in our favor. And then the facilities kind of boomed. And our program were kind of elevated to another level and become really attractive. And so that's been a lot of fun. And, I think one thing people don't always understand is, take winning for granted. Winning is hard. You can't take it for granted and you got to work at it. And as you climb that ladder, the air gets thinner. And so our guys have done a really good job of that. And, we're really proud to be mentioned with those men that were role models for me.
The win over Paris, that guarantees you got two home playoff games. And that's something, we've talked about. We'll bring in the RPI when we get a little closer to the end of the season. Again, only 2 weeks away. It's crazy to say that. But, but the most important thing is you take care of business with Paris here, another very efficient game against the Greyhounds. And the more important thing is you got a chance now to go win a district championship at Nichols County this Friday night.
Yeah, we want to make sure, that we continue to move forward. We only have 2 more opportunities before, we start elimination football. And so I feel like, and we feel like as a staff that, our team has really moved forward every week. Now, we have not played a perfect game, and that's okay. We're not necessarily looking for perfection. We just look for progress. And so we feel good about our progression and things that we've gotten better at and still have mistakes, which means there's still room to grow and therefore still motivation to practice. But, we're going on a road this week and, senior night for them, and we know what type of emotions that bring on. And, we want to make sure that, we're not interested in sharing the district championship or whatever. We want to go out and be outright district champions. And so it's a big step for us. This will secure us, we feel like, 3 home playoff games. as long as we're able to, take care and put our best foot forward and control the things we can control. If we control the things we can control, then the results will speak for themselves. And so that's a really big motivation tool for us, particularly, we haven't had a lot of home games. We've had 4, number one. And then number 2, you get a chance to play at home, a little bit more familiar. Not that, travel is any type of, issue for us. We make it work. But, if our kids can get some more home games, by all means, we want to make sure we give them the best opportunity to do so.
Let's look at the numbers from Friday night's game against Paris. And the number that jumps out of there, that is not a typo. 481 yards of rushing. That's a program record. The most that you guys had was 432, was back in Sayre, the playoff game in 23. And there's a total of 6 times since, as far as I can go back with numbers, 2008, that Raceland has had that type of rushing numbers, 300-plus rushing yards or into the 400s. But 481, it was 39 carries. And I told you after the game, you guys were averaging 12 yards a carry. And you said 10 yards a carry, said it makes football pretty easy.
Yeah, and, we just kind of got in the flow of the game there. I know we had under 40 rushes total, attempts.
Yeah.
We had some things in mind that we wanted to throw the ball with Jake, and Jake's been really efficient for us. And we were just so successful on the ground, and we were successful in chunks. Sometimes in the past we've been successful, in small doses. In the, I don't want to say 3 yards in a cloud of dust type deal, but a much more workman-man approach. Even going back to last year, we had was a 15 or 16 play drive in the state semifinal game. Those drives are good, and by all means, we'll take them. But I think our explosiveness on Friday was just at a new level for us, something we haven't been used to. And, Paris brings a lot of pressure. And so you felt like all week when they bring a lot of pressure, they're going to get some negative plays. But when you crease them, you really have a chance to make some explosive. Now, they run really well, probably overall as a team, maybe even better than us. So we didn't know if we could necessarily run away from them for points. But, it's all about angles, right? And so if you get in the open field and there's nobody out there, once you get the crease, you can make some real chunk plays. And our guys were able to do that. We played well in space, and we made some home run balls, and that's really what inflates your rushing numbers. And really proud of our offensive line. They just keep working and grinding, and they're not perfect, and they keep trying to fix their mistakes every week. And I'm sure a lot of people watch the games and don't feel like they make mistakes, but rest assured they do. I can promise you that. But they do work together, and I think the biggest thing that I would say about high school football, and in particular our kids, is great effort overcomes a lot of mistakes. And our kids played really hard, and I think they were really motivated to be at home for senior night and give a chance to win the district championship, and I think it showed. All
right, let's look at the highlights as we go through this rundown here.
Play clock's at 10
again, another way to start off a football game, going and getting points, and you guys go get it very quickly. And it was something to where you set the tone early. Paris wanted the football, you guys set the tone, you get the football and you go straight down the field and put it in.
Jackson King,
I mentioned that on Friday.
chiropractic orange zone down to the
17.
Gain of 25 on the play.
Didn't know exactly how it worked.
Stiltner in the left pocket of Waller on first down and 10.
Quarterback and felt like he's a really good high school player.
The take to give to Stiltner. Stiltner right up the gut, and they're not going to stop him. Stiltner to the house for 6. Touchdown, Raceland. They're in the best place that could have hit him for a Rams fan.
And we took advantage of it a couple times. A couple times we couldn't. Credit to their kicker. He's a really good high school kicker, that number 20, when he came in the game. He had a couple really nice punts.
Here's a handoff, a sweep to the near side. Stiltner racing to the end zone. Really 2 more. Not time. 66 rushing yards last week to Nicholas County.
Like the last few weeks.
And still won 42-16.
We've been fast. We've been physical.
Or 46-12, excuse me.
We've been focused.
Nicholas County put it on the ground 5 times last week. Here's Turner. Tries to keep it, and he gets buried. Bryson Toole gets home.
And so forth. But
second and 17 now for the Rams.
Really ready to go. And
Stiltner on a sweep near side.
Make the game a little bit easier for us.
Makes a cut back inside. Gets dragged down, and there should be laundry flying, and there it comes. Monty Bell dragged him down with a horse collar tackle. That's the only way he was saving Stiltner from going to the house.
Past a guy, his only choice was he had to give a horse collar to bring him down.
Rams going on an I formation.
You guys play off of that. You go into an I formation. You show multiple formations. Here's Marucci just a punishing run that he goes downhill with. We saw this a lot. A rugby scrum, and I said it was the tush push, but the problem was the tush push was moving the ball 14, 15 yards at a time.
A gain of 10.
Yeah, so the tush push in high school football is illegal. People kept asking me that. You can't take two hands and put it on the back of the ball runner.
Rams will stay in that I formation.
In a pile or whatever, you can push
Waller
the pile.
takes, gives it to Marucci. Marucci guides his way through and into the end zone for 6. Touchdown, gone to the end zone all 3.
One thing I would say there, you talking about Marucci being back there at tailback, having Bloss back in the mix for us
wide to the
is a
left.
big addition. It kind of gives us that fourth back.
Turner pumps,
that blocking
slips
back,
forward, and Alex Headley stays home and brings him to the ground. You get out of the end zone to keep away from the safety.
So much defense, and then maybe if Stiltner has these explosive
stay in that
plays.
T formation.
Of course, Bloss is playing a lot of defense too.
Waller wants to throw, rolling out now left. He's going to run. He's got all kinds of room as he sprints down the far sideline and then gets thrown down over on the far side.
But having Bloss back there is
not sure what's the reason he's out there instead of
his first carry of the year. I was kind of
Turner, but either way, the sophomore is going to sling it here.
Cut there. And one of the coaches said, "Well, coach, you
brings it out near sideline. Bell gets up in and a big hit there by Bryson Rousey as he comes downhill with a big 149 total yards of offense.
Well, that's what makes it fun.
Already 124 through the air.
You guys
were pinballing off of people, steamrolling across the 40. The pile continues to move. It's a rugby scum to midfield.
A big play on a big hit coming downhill from Bryson Rousey on the edge there, but just defensively,
in the backfield, an H-back of Bloss
they had just a little bit over 180 yards
low
of total
snap,
offense.
the give to Stiltner, sweeping outside with blockers out in front. Makes a man
miss,
slips a tackle, 5 into the end zone for the third time
tonight.
Touchdown rate to be done for the night
on
the pair sideline.
Explosive pass, actually it's right
slings
here on
this
the
one to the outside, making a catch
misfit,
and running free as Snowden down the sideline he goes. The Rams are trying to run him down, and I don't know if they're going to get there.
One thing I want to point out here, and
it's a tackle at the 5-yard line.
That was a touchdown-saving tackle.
Outstanding play there by Scout.
Raceland got it in the end zone. That's Bryson Rousey, his second interception of the season.
So you never know how the games are going to go. We always try to talk about
Rousey's got cramps on both legs.
What happens on the next play, and a lot can happen, right? Fumble, turnover, pick, and you see it right there. So
the rest of the way.
That's one thing we really value, running the ball. And
all right, second and 10 for the Rams out of the timeout of the T formation.
Really proud of how he's
pitch it out to Stiltner, trying to come back to the near
side.
Up the
explosive run
slips
too.
a tackle, still dragging men down the field. He drags them all the way down inside. The Princeton stays with Bell in the backfield. 2 receivers wide to the right, a tight end tucked in close to the left. Handoff Bell right up the gut. He sheds a tackle and he's off to the races. Rousey's going to have to try to get him.
You pick those up quick.
He's going to get there. Monty Bell to the house, 69 yards for the score.
You work with
great job, all three of them.
It's hard to be perfect.
One thing I found about is this team.
You get a nice, what you feel
they
like a
all love
lead.
Fruity
Sometimes
Pebbles.
you lose focus.
That is like their cereal of go-to. Every single one of them on the team.
Because
here's Stiltner, sheds a tackle, cuts back inside, and runs over a man at the 30.
Three about that.
So first and 5 for the Rams from their 40.
This was a moment of the game, and I talked about this.
Arnett,
you guys give up the touchdown.
Arnett finds a crease, cuts back in,
but
makes a man miss 50.
This is where you guys maybe got that answer back that you haven't had before, to where you say, okay, no big deal, let's go right back and get it. And this year, you've had some 2-minute offensive opportunities going into the locker room, and you guys have capitalized on them.
3 receivers bunched up wide to the right. Waller on second down. The low snap, the give off to Marucci. Marucci cuts back to the outside, but blocker outside. Crosses the 35, gets taken out of bounds. Brandon Sotberg.
We're trying to get down in field goal range, see if we get a field goal on the board, and we get the ball to start in the third quarter, and try to get the momentum back on our side.
Loss in the backfield is the H-back. The take the give on the counter play off to Stiltner. Stiltner bounces to the outside, trying to get the outside edge. Lets a man get out in front.
This was something you and I we talked about here. This was a play you told me. That play was designed to go left, and Stiltner bounces it back right. And I said the biggest part about that, when he got outside, he let Parker Ison get back out in front of him and set the edge to go up. And I said, last year he doesn't make that play.
No, and you can see him kind of point that direction.
Reverse it to the outside, and guess who gets home again?
Parker Ison, that's a great effort by him. That's really what we talk about, playing complementary team football. When Parker really redirected, got out in front of him there, and was able to make you talk about making a touchdown-saving tackle.
Just do get it off.
A touchdown, and so.
And Jackson King's going to blow it up.
Our guys here, I saw Headley get a sack.
What a run there.
Jackson King,
King had back-to-backs.
He had a tackle for loss. we felt like that was a design run, so he got tackled.
Francis rolling out right, eyes downfield, pressure coming off the backside, trying to get away, can't, guess who? Jackson King again.
Learning to play fast.
Back-to-back sacks for the linebacker.
Study his opponent a little bit better than what he did earlier in the year.
Waller flanked to the double barrel look. They'll go off to Arnett. Arnett after a little shimmy shake, following big Grant Sanders up the seam. Breaks it, man miss at the 40. Down the sideline he goes. Get Santiago, get him. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Jonah Arnett.
Ability that you don't teach, that you can't code, you know, the things that you wish that you could.
Bell in the backfield with Francis in his left pocket. Two receivers, left, one right.
Better, proud of how far he's come. And
hand off Bell. Bell goes off right tackle, turning those legs, breaks free down the middle of the field. He goes and is finally wrestled down.
Good to see Jonah get loose in open field actually twice. Joke with the coaches again. I think he had 4 touches.
Yeah, 4 touches for 139.
I don't know if he caught a ball or not, but yeah, 4 for 140. I'm not really into begging for more touches.
Second down, hand off. This one's loose, and the Rams recover
our
it.
Defense been opportunistic here early in the fourth, and you know, giving our young guys a short field here. They're trying to run a little.
It's the second down, hand off. This one's loose, and the Rams recover it.
We recover the fumble there. Sean Short
pounces on it. It's the 5th forced fumble and recovery on the season by the Rams. They'll take over near midfield.
Off and on throughout the season, and good to see our young guys there get to, you know, I think they had about an 8 or 9 minute drive there with the running clock, and they punched one in, and good to see really we emptied our sideline. Everybody got to play, and
yeah.
That's really what it's about. You know, those guys work in practice, and they got the opportunity to play, and a really good team win for us on senior night.
2 guys go over 100 yards on the ground, Stiltner and Arnett. Marucci, 9 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown. All 3 of them scored at least one. Stiltner got in the end zone 4 times.
Wow.
But when you have that balance, and again, it's nobody's having to really shoulder a load where they're going out having to carry 20, 25 times a night. You're keeping fresh legs throughout the season.
Yeah, you know, obviously that's the goal for us. You know, particularly last year, that was not we were not afforded that opportunity. Obviously, Landon was hurt and banged up for us, and then you know, Shannon and Jonah had to carry the ball, you know, quite a bit. You know, I think about the LCA game last year, week 11. I think they both had 25 touches or so. And then you get deeper in the, you know, first couple rounds of playoffs, you try to, you know, get them back fresh, and then we have the Hazard game, and then we have the KCD game. I think again they both had 20 carries. Mm-hmm. Then, you know, next thing you know, you're at Kroger Field, and Stiltner comes back and he's able to help a little bit. I think he got 10 carries that day playing. I think everyone understands now he wasn't 100%. You can see what he is at 100%.
100%, yes.
But yeah, it's a big part of it. You got to stay fresh. You know, we got to try to rotate guys, try to keep them fresh, and try to begin with the end in mind. You know, we want to practice fresh. We want to do things in practice, keep our body fresh. We want to make sure we're doing the right things in recovery. You know, whether it be weight training, you know, strength training, any type of flexibility, recovery, ice baths, all those type of things that gives our kids the best chance to be successful. And so, you know, through 8 games, I feel like we are fresh. We have played 8 games. We are not perfect. This is not July 15th bodies, but no one has July 15th bodies, and that's okay. You're not supposed to. You're 3 months deep now. But I feel like our guys are primed, and I think that's probably one of the biggest things that's helped us have that camaraderie and that teamwork is they know, you know, we got to be healthy to make a real run at this thing in the playoffs, and they really bought into that.
Something, again, I bring this up every week, but something you guys have done this year, Jake Waller has been upright all 8 games. And, I mean, that's a true testament. 8 games, you guys haven't given up a sack. And it's just the pocket has collapsed. There's been pressure there. But Jake has been able to understand when that pocket is collapsing, that clock goes off, he knows when to take off. And he's been very elusive with his feet this year, and that's one of the reasons why it makes him another element the defenses have to account for in the running game.
Yeah, he's been dynamic with his feet. And our offensive line guys, I feel like for the most part, have got us in the correct protections, and we've not been perfect. You know, Bowden and the guys up there kind of leading the way, him and Jay Litt trying to, you know, get us in the right protection. And we've not been perfect, but by all means, we've been very efficient, right? Mm-hmm. And when you put up 480 yards, it's really hard to get in the film room and crawl in somebody, right? But Jake's been outstanding with his feet, trying to extend plays. You saw the other night, it didn't end up the right way, but he got us out of the goal line. He entirely flipped the field for us. Whether we're able to convert there or we have to punt, it doesn't matter. The field's totally flipped. We just got to make sure when the play's over, we have the ball. And he knows that. And he's thrown some balls away. Maybe it's a growth area for him from a year ago. Maybe
a couple down at Hazard he did that with.
Yeah, something a year ago that, you know, he may have tried to force or hold on to and take the sack. And you know, he simply doesn't do that now. And so that's what you want to see, right? You want to see growth. You know, we had 7 or 8 starts last year. Now we're 7, so we're 15 starts in his career now. And I think he's extremely comfortable with what we're doing, and he's got a good working relationship with those receivers to know where they're going to be when they're going to be there. And he's been able to. Coach Farley works with those guys every week about pocket presence, escaping the pocket, stepping up in the pocket, how to make sure you value the ball in the pocket, and all those type of things. And all those have really paid off. And again, Jake's led our football team all year with really high production and efficiency. And we'll need to continue that for the rest of the way if we want to take a deep run in the state of November.
All right, we're going to step out for a break. We come back, we've got the 3 junior wide receivers in. Brigham Davidson, Eli Evans, and Scout Wilks. We'll talk with them, and then Coach will come back in. We'll talk about Nicholas County on the game on Friday night. That's as we continue here on Inside Raceland Football on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Sprinkles! Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luce, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland. Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products and an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe that strong communities begin with strong partnerships, and that starts with trust. Since 1932, we've proudly served the families and businesses of this region because your goals matter, your family matters, and your future should be built on a foundation you can count on and trust. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Borders Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Something just happened. See what happens when you bring in the B team. Everything goes sideways. It never happens when Jacob's here. All right, we're back here on Inside Raceland Football here on Kool TV. I got 3 players with me. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves, and then we'll go from there.
Brigham Davidson.
Scott Wilks.
Eli Evans.
Guys, let's talk first about the season. How fun of a run has it been to where you guys are going? Brigham, you're a guy that has kind of found your way into a starting role position, and again, it's a team that has turned into a very heavy running team. And as a wide receiver, it's frustrating, I know, but there's been nights when it's been air raid, and that's a fun night for you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's fun to block, but we love blocking a lot. It's fun.
It's more fun to catch the ball, though, right?
No. I like blocking better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott, for you?
Yeah, we've worked hard. It's been a fun season. We obviously like to catch the ball, so yeah, air raid's fun.
Eli, for you, a couple weeks ago, you mossed a kid down here in this end zone. The funny part is that you didn't have that football till you were on the ground. We talked about that.
No, he had that most of the way down until we got on the ground, and I took it out of his hands. But I don't know, it was something.
When you went up for the ball, I mean, you went up and you had it for a moment, and then did you just just go through your hands? Did you whiff at it, or what happened?
I think when I had went up and I put both hands on top, his hands were like to the side, and he was already like pulling it down, but I was still there. And then I had once we got on the ground, we were laying there, and I see the ball like sitting out, like neither of us had it.
Yeah.
It was just floating right here. So I just grabbed it and pulled it in, and then took it out of his hands. And I don't know, it was just something.
Yeah, it was funny. We were going back through and looking at the pictures of the sequence of it, and because I called it, and I said he just mossed a guy. And then we see the picture. I went, holy crap! He never had the ball until he was on the ground. Because I remember you reaching over and grabbing. Guys, when you see one of your teammates there in the receiving unit make a play like that, I mean, does that get you pretty hyped?
Yeah, freak show.
That's what Coach says. He's a freak show. Is it now? Did Coach give him that nickname, or is that something you guys gave him that?
No, that's Coach.
Coach.
In practice one day, Eli made a play, and Coach Salmons said, "Good job, freak show." Just stuck with him ever since.
Is that something that's just normal for him, though?
Yeah. All the time.
Scout, for you, last Friday night, you made one heck of a run to get the guy that broke free on that screen, and you took off from about midfield. Did you feel like that you had the right angle, and when did you realize that, okay, I know that I've got to make this stop because I'm running out of yardage?
Yeah, I actually ended up being in a lot better position to make a play than it looked, and I saw the play blow up, and I knew I had the right angle, so I went and made a play.
That's one of those hard plays of you have to kind of guesstimate where the point of contact needs to be. And like you said, you get down inside the 10-yard line. It gets a little more interesting from that point, but you get the stop at the 5, and then the very next play you guys force an interception.
Yeah, Rousey made a big play. We ended up getting the ball back, so yeah.
Brigham, when you get an opportunity when the air raid is going, there's so many options to where Jake can throw the ball, and he's been so efficient with the ball this year. For you as a receiver, you just go through your mind of, I just got to get open, and I know I'm going to see the ball.
Yeah, Coach Salmons says if you're open, Jake will find you, so you just do your best to get open.
What's been the big thing for you this year, becoming a starter and making that step up from working as JV and being that everyday guy that's out there?
Well, last year, me and Jonah rotated a lot during the season, so learning from him on what to do to help trying to get open, it helped a lot. And then this year, I feel like I've got more confidence in my body to go make plays.
Having abilities for like you and Eli to be on the outside to where, Coach has talked about it, they've moved Bryson over to the defensive back position. They feel like they can work him there because they've got players like you two that can fill in the place. How big is that of knowing that you guys are developing depth to where you have the opportunities to move people where they need to go?
Yeah, I mean, it's big. Our depth's a big part of how we're winning, what we're doing so good right now. So it's good to have them depth guys we can use.
Guys, when you look at the way that the team sets up, and it's no secret, Raceland's going to roll in the gates, and they're going to try to run the ball down your throat. But when you see teams start setting up for that, and you start looking in, and you start counting numbers, and there's 7, 8 guys in a box, you start licking your chops because you know you got one-on-ones. Eli, for you, is that when you're ready? Like, let's go.
Especially when they'll be like, I'll have like a hitch, and then they'll say Andy for like Z or X wherever I'm playing at. As soon as I hear it, I kind of get like a feeling in my chest. I'm like, let's go do something good, I guess. Just, I don't know.
Scout, when you get an opportunity like that, when you see you've got one-on-one, it's not zone, there's nobody else out there, there's no bracket, it's you and somebody else. Is that the best feeling as a receiver?
Oh, yeah.
You've got an opportunity to make a play.
It's a great feeling, especially knowing their man coverage or their press. It's always good to go make a play. So yeah.
Brigham, I remember back, it was the PRP week. You and I, we were talking about a play and some that we'd seen on film, and I said, if you get that opportunity, it's a wide open. And the very first ball, you go right down the seam and run past the linebacker.
Yeah.
Is that the hardest ball, though, to catch, is the one when you're 15 yards past somebody and it's just you and the ball?
Yeah, you've got a lot to think about. You're so open, you're just thinking, oh, don't drop this. So it's stressful, but.
If you could pick any route that you get to run to make a catch on, what is it?
Oh, I don't know. I like the scout route. Scoop
Okay.
out.
Scoop it out. Scout for you?
Probably come back.
Okay. How deep?
10 to 12.
Okay. Eli?
Mine's got to be post route.
Oh, I was going to say, somebody has to go to a post route.
That's got to be mine.
Now, tell me, Brigham, why that route? Why is that the route you want to go with?
Because it's just easy to get inside, so then you lose the defender, and then you just work your way out, and there's going to be room for you to get up the field.
Scout, for you on that comebacker.
I feel like it's always open, especially if we're rolling into it.
Okay.
Just outside release and get to the sideline and make a play.
Eli, the post route. I'm with you. I'm a post route guy.
Yeah.
Give me the post route.
I just like, because I don't even, man. I just like going down the field and then making a little move and then seeing the defender on my back, and I'm like, come on, somebody got to throw it up to me. I got to, and then I see the ball in there, I'm like, man, I got to go get that. It just, I don't know. It's got to be one of my favorites, just being able to lose the defender and then just waiting on the ball.
Yeah.
Love it. Gives the opportunity to moss somebody.
Now, for you guys, again, we've talked about a lot where you guys have to do a lot of blocking. But when you see the end result, you see Stilton run past you, Arnett run past you, Marucci run over you trying to run past you. I mean, is it fulfilling when you see the outcome of what happened on the backside of that play?
Yeah, I mean, we work on blocking a lot. It's everyday drills, we block a lot. So getting a good block and seeing our running backs just run past us, knowing that they're probably going to be gone no matter what. So it's a great feeling.
Scout, something that I've talked about a lot through the games this year, and Brigham, the way you guys block for the running backs, you block for each other very well as well. And there's been times to where you'll have two guys in a twin set. One guy catches it, the guy sets inside position, and you get the sideline, and it turns into a big game. I mean, the blocking, it's not just what you guys do through the running game, it's through the passing game as well.
Yeah, we work on screen blocking every offensive practice, and we have a lot of confidence in that, so we work hard on it.
Eli, you're one of those guys that gets a lot of those screens, the little bubbles, and you've got two or three guys and trying to get one of those big linemen to get out in front of you and stuff. When you get that screen and you see that wall built in front of you, how hard is it for the patience to not just try to run past everybody?
Honest, there's a lot that goes on in my mind when I catch the ball. It's just like you see all these guys, you're trying to follow them, and then you just got to look out, because if you're not paying attention, one of those D linemen are going to come and kill you. So you got to try to keep it outside and not cut in at all, unless there's blockers in front of you. So
a very special night, Friday night, senior night. And you guys, a big part of that, of helping send the seniors off on their final regular season home game with a victory. Being juniors, how special is that of making that memory and knowing next year yours is an opportunity to make that memory?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we got to get the seniors a final regular season game at home, a big win, especially for the district, because next week or this week we win it, where nobody can say that we even had a chance being not district champs.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty awesome. And then next year we want to obviously have the same goal to do the same thing. So just want to help them, have a happy senior night.
Scout, for you?
Those guys have been with us through every step of the way, and we'll miss them a lot. But yeah, they've helped us a lot.
Eli?
It's definitely a sad thing to think about. Grew up with most of these dudes, and it's weird seeing them go, thinking that this is going to be me next year, playing my last home game of the season. It's just definitely an odd feeling to say.
Yeah, it doesn't seem possible he's going to be a senior next year. This turd runs up and down my alley behind my house on his motorcycle when he was like this big. And now here he is mossing people out here. All right, let's play a game. We're going to do pick six. First off, before we go into pick six, though, let's get the cereal out of the way. Are you cereal, Brigham?
Not really.
Not really? Or do you have any cereal you like at all?
I like Frosted Flakes.
Okay, that's a new one. I can do a Frosted Flakes. Scout for you?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's hear them. Top 3 cereals.
Probably Fruit Loops, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and probably Cocoa Puffs.
I was gonna say, I know it's either Cocoa Puffs or Cinnamon Toast Crunch because I see this guy walk past me every morning and after breakfast. He's got one of those 2 with him. Eli?
My top 3 is definitely put Fruity Pebbles at 1, Cinnamon Toast Crunch at 2, and trying to think of number 3. It's a weird one, but I'm gonna go with Rice Krispies.
Okay.
You just gotta get the right amount of sugar.
I was gonna say, how much sugar do you put in there? Is it rice sugar or is it Rice Krispies still?
It's probably rice sugar.
All right, let's play pick 6. All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Brigham. You've got locker room laughs, Friday night files, I'm sorry, or rapid fire ridiculous.
Oh, I'll take the first one.
Okay, so we're going with locker room laughs. All right, here we go. Give me the first answer that comes to your mind when I give you the question. Who is the biggest trash talker on the team, and can he actually back it up?
Crawford.
He's not big enough to back anything up.
Jeez.
All right, what's one pregame superstition or ritual that you swear by?
I don't really have one.
No superstitions at all?
Not really.
Okay. If Coach had to play one down, what position would he play and how long would it be before he needed a timeout?
Probably running back, and he'd need 1 run, I'd say.
Which teammate would you not trust with the team's group chat?
Crawford.
All right, if the team had to karaoke for a win, what song are you grabbing the mic for?
Oh. Anything Taylor Swift, I'd say I'll be singing that.
You're singing Taylor Swift? Are you a Swiftie?
Not really, but
you know Swiftie.
Some of the old songs I'll get down to.
Okay, I can dig that. All right, if you could trade places with any athlete for a day, high school, college, or pro, who would it be?
They have to be living?
No, you can any.
Walter Payton.
Walter Payton? You a big Walter Payton guy?
Yeah.
Are you a Bears fan?
Big Bears fan.
Okay. I can like that. Walter Payton was a good dude. All right, good job. All right, Scout, 2 or 3. You want Friday night files or rapid fire ridiculous?
I'll do 2.
All right, here we go. Friday night files. Give me the first thing that comes to mind. Who's got the best nickname on the team that is show appropriate, and what's the story behind it?
Probably Sean Short, Bullet.
Okay.
That's his nickname. I think he just started wanting people to call him that, so everyone just started calling him that.
Hey, so I do have to question. Has the nickname that I've given Stiltner and Marucci, has it stuck at all, Sonic and Tails?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do some funny stuff with it coming up here soon. All right, what's the go-to post-game meal or snack after a big win?
Probably Taco Bell.
What are you hitting at Taco Bell?
Soft tacos.
How many?
Probably 4.
Okay. Who is the most likely to forget their helmet before kickoff?
Jonah.
I didn't get that one out. Has he done this before?
He's done it at practice. He put my helmet on before practice one time and didn't even notice.
We need to start calling Jonah Thurman Thomas. You know who Thurman Thomas is? He was a running back for the Buffalo Bills. So, okay, you need to look this up. So the Buffalo Bills were playing, I think it was in their 2nd Super Bowl, after they lost the first one on the wide right kick. And the first play from scrimmage, it was supposed to be a design run to Thurman Thomas, and he couldn't play because he couldn't find his helmet. He was an all-pro running back, by the way. It happens. All right, if your team had walk-up songs like baseball players, what would yours be?
Probably First Day Out by T. Grizzly.
Okay. Who's your unsung hero on the team that doesn't get enough credit?
Probably Eli Evans.
Okay. What's one word to describe Coach Salmons on game day?
Locked in.
Locked in.
That's 2, but
we can put a hyphen with it. We can go with it. Okay. All right, Eli, you've got rapid fire ridiculousness. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Bacon or sausage?
Bacon.
Okay. Who wins in a race? Your fastest teammate or coach on a scooter?
Definitely our fastest teammate.
If you I haven't got a giggle from Coach. If your football team was a movie, what would the title be?
Probably The Underdogs.
Madden or NCAA?
Madden.
Okay. Who's your team?
I'm trying to think of teams. The Giants.
Oh my God. Get him off the set. It's awful. All right. You get one superpower to use for the game Friday night. What's it going to be?
Probably like invisibility.
Okay.
Just get the ball and disappear.
And disappear. All right. Who on the team could survive the longest on a deserted island? And who's the first that gets voted off?
Not to be cocky, but I think I could live on the deserted island. First person to definitely get kicked off would probably be, who could I say? Definitely Parker Ison.
Golly. Okay, there we go. There's pick 6. Guys, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll talk to you Friday night up in Nicholas County. All right, we'll step out for a break. We come back. Coach is back in. We'll preview Nicholas County as we continue our coverage. You're on Inside Raceland Football on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luce, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland. Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products and an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe that strong communities begin with strong partnerships, and that starts with trust. Since 1932, we've proudly served the families and businesses of this region because your goals matter, your family matters, and your future should be built on a foundation you can count on and trust. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Borders Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland. When you are hungry and on the go, stop by the Rams Dairy Bar for your next meal. Rams Dairy Bar offers mouth-watering cheeseburgers and hot dogs made any way you like them, with plenty of sides to choose from. Don't forget to grab an ice cream cone to go or a hand-dipped milkshake with a variety of flavors. Rams Dairy Bar also offers a full selection of flavored coffees to get your day moving in the right direction. The next time you're hungry and don't know where to go, swing by the Rams Dairy Bar. Proud supporters of Raceland Athletics for over 25 years.
And back on Raceland, inside Raceland Football here with Coach Mike Salmons. Coach, you heard the players over there making some jokes. I mean, they said that they feel like the fastest guy on the team could beat you in a scooter race. I mean, how does it make you feel?
Yeah, I don't know, man. They're probably not wrong. Some of those guys have seen me limp around for the better part of a year on my knee that I don't know, somehow injured in football or somewhere between the football and the weight room, and I got fixed. And some days it's better than others. So I think those know that. Maybe they just sweep my leg out from me.
Sweep the leg.
They use the old Johnny sweep the leg trick, and they know how to take me down.
Three great kids right there that have all come through the times of waiting their turn, getting an opportunity of getting their turn, and when their turn comes, they make the most of it. And again, you talk about program guys. It's not coach speak. That's really what it's about. Yeah, all three of those guys, I feel like their roles, are so valuable to our team. We'll talk about Brigham. Essentially, he's in a position that Jonah has played for us for 2 years. And, for us to be the best team, we felt like we needed to move Jonah. And one of the reasons we were able to move Jonah is because Brigham was ready, and we knew that. And so what a sacrifice by Jonah, first of all. And what a job by Brigham to be able to step in, and he's done an outstanding job, kind of our inside slot receiver. You talk about Eli, Eli really is a freak, athletically freak. He does things that are just natural. Like today, we took a water break, and he goes down here, I guess it would be the north end zone. He's going to go up on a goalpost like he's dunking it, except he hits his helmet on the goalpost. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, you don't coach stuff like that. Yeah. The one thing about Eli, too, always smiling. Mm-hmm. Literally doesn't care if it snows oats. I mean, he has no – I always told him last year, he didn't really get on the field for us last year, and it was 100% not because of his ability. Yeah. He wasn't ready maturity-wise. And I always told him, man, like, you ever have any urgency? Does anything ever, matter to you? Or are you just always happy-go-lucky? And that's kind of who he is. Scout, so proud of Scout and how far he's come. Because Scout had just a terrible situation coming out the end of track, in the beginning of football season and into the football games. We felt like, he might be able to play corner for us, like every down. And maybe use Rousey on offense and didn't know how it was all going to work. And couldn't get healthy. Had a hamstring. Of course, we've been through some hamstrings here before. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Webb, a couple years ago, and we've had a couple other ones, and just never could get right. And Scout can run so well. We saw. He ran him down.
He's one of the fastest runners on our team, and he had a track season last year, and it made him stronger, and he can run better because of it. Mm-hmm. And just he never could get right. And he's been so valuable to our team. People don't understand. He's a long snapper. So every punt that you see, he snaps. Every extra point, and I think we've hit, better part of 40-ish extra points in 8 games. He's our long snapper. He's on our kickoff team, kickoff return team. He's on our punt team. He's on our extra point team. He's essentially on all special teams. And so we couldn't really play him on JV when he got healthy because he was so valuable to us on Fridays. And then he was just trying to make his way on Fridays, and we were in some tough games. It just didn't work out for him. And he was frustrated. We were frustrated because we couldn't get him in the game, but we wanted to get him in the game. Just really proud of how he hung in there. And you saw 2 weeks ago in the Fairview game, I think he had 2 or 3 catches. Mm-hmm. You talked about the double move. He caught a hitch and go down here. And, was really hoping he'd get in the end zone just for his confidence and for his sacrifice for the team. And now he's been rotating kind of our third corner. That's why he was a corner on the backside on that play there. And, just trying to make up for some lost time, but really proud of Scout. We're really high on him in this postseason, moving into the postseason. He could be like an X factor, almost like a wild card, like someone that teams don't see on film that can really make a difference for us. But
sure.
Really proud of those guys. Obviously, guys that, like you said, have waited their turn, earned their way, and like last year, actually both of those guys. It's kind of funny to think about this. Brigham and Scout were JV quarterbacks a year ago. I don't think either one of them was taking a quarterback snap all year, not even the Wildcat.
Yeah.
And so just this guys really serving the team, and for them to be able to have a role on a high school football team that's been really successful says a lot about their character and their families. And I'm sure they'll be the first to tell you they're more where it could go than where it's been.
All right, Nicholas County, Friday night, make the trip up to Carlisle, and beautiful new turf surface that they have. So it'll be interesting to see how the new surfaces go there. But you look at what you've got with the ability, again, going undefeated in district play and getting what you feel like is going to be a secured third home playoff game.
Yeah, I think Nicholas County and Raceland, we always talk about, if you're really a Raceland football player, it's a rite of passage to play in Carlisle. Nicholas has been in our district going back off and on the better part of essentially since district play started, which was 50 years ago. There's a little bit of a cycle there where they were out of our district, but by and large, they've always been in our district. And Coach Hop, the former head coach there, and Coach Letcher, who are both coaching again now, we have the utmost respect for those guys. We go way back with them between our coaching staff. A lot of our guys are playing when they were coaching, and Coach Claus, the coach now, and how he's kind of doing things. But a lot of respect for those guys in Carlisle, and of course, Dave Anderson, local officials from there. And, there's a lot of history between the two programs. But we go down there. Always a different world down there. It seems like it's always rained in the past, and you had some type of mud game, but now they're on turf, and so that's happy for them. I think we got turf a couple years ago, and Coach Hop was talking to me how you got it and how'd you get it, and that he really went to work. As a matter of fact, it drew him out of retirement, and so you can tell it's a prideful community. I think this is still the case. I might be wrong on this. Someone can fact check me, I guess they call that, but I think it's the smallest county football playing school in the state. Now, obviously, we're independent. There's some other independents that are smaller than them, but I'm not sure their size compared to ours. Probably very comparable. But they're the smallest county playing school in the state. Just a small, low populated county.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a lot on the line. When the game kicks off at 7:30, we have a lot to play for. You haven't really talked much about their personnel, but there's some things they do that we got to really be honed in on, and so we're really excited to get down there. I really enjoy the trip to Carlisle and really enjoy competing against those guys. I think maybe it was last year or maybe 2 years ago we played twice, and played second round of the playoffs too, and just first class guys. And I know they'll play hard, they'll play the right way, and their kids are going to be inspired and ready to go.
Let's look at the numbers as they line up between these two, between Raceland and Nicholas. And again, it's no secret. You got two teams going to try to line up and run football. That's what they do. They've thrown the football 41 times this season. They've rushed it 292 times, and it all starts with a big fullback of Wyatt Simmons. Just a freak athlete, big-bodied kid. He was a tight end a couple of years ago. They moved him into the backfield, and he's been a really big addition for them.
Yeah, so they played 7-1 there, 8 games. They've had a forfeit, so they've been on the field 7 times. The Simmons kid per game is a leading rusher in Class A per game. So he comes from an outstanding football family. Vic Marsh is his grandpa, longtime Ashland coach. Coached there, I think, in '90 when they won the state championship for the Tomcats. And, family from here, from this area, and so he's familiar with Raceland. And he's a workhorse. He is a very, very good high school football player. He's a high school football player who can play at the next level, who will play at the next level. Now, he's probably not going to play tailback at the next level, and I think he realizes that. But he has the potential to really control a high school football game in the sense of really doing the 3 and 4 yards and really, keeping our offense on the sideline. We really got to make sure that, first of all, the first guy there is not going to tackle him. Okay, you really got to rally to him and gang tackle him. Another thing that comes into play there, if his shoulder pads are square to the line of scrimmage, it becomes even more difficult to challenge, to tackle, more challenging. We got to try to get him running horizontal, east and west, sideline to sideline, so we have a chance to rally there and try to get some clean licks on him to get him on the ground. But he's in high school. Just a throwback, hard-nosed, plays inside linebacker for him. I think he might be their leading tackler.
He's leading tackler as well.
Leading tackler, too. And just a really, really great kid who plays the game the right way. We've competed against him for 4 years. And really a lot of respect for him. And they have number 5, complimentary back there. He's got about 50 or 60 less carries than 42. And he's a nice back. Maybe this runs a little bit better. Quarterback will keep you running enough to keep you honest. And then they got that big offensive tackle, number 77, played 80. It was number 84 in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a couple years ago we were down there and Brody Austin was playing corner and they tried to throw jump balls to him. And
6'7", Brody was 5'9". It was a mismatch for the word
go.
go.
12-inch difference.
Yes, yeah, it was fun.
And so now they moved him to offensive tackle, and he's really nasty in there, really physical. He was a skill guy in the past, so he's above average athletically speaking for an offensive defensive lineman. Plays a defensive end, and his size can really cause some trouble. So they got some really nice pieces there, and I think that's why you see them. They've had a really good start, and why you see the record of 7-1.
Most important thing about this game is again, the way you've talked about the last couple of weeks, a fast start, whether it be offensively or defensively, setting the tone from the word go.
Yeah, it really is, and the reason I think it may be even more important this week is, well, first of all, it's the one we play this week, but the big thing is, I think their offense is kind of a grounded out, really make you suffer type deal. And so if they get the lead, they can really bleed the game. They can really bleed the clock down, really make the game short. And, the old adage, the best defense is a good offense. And that would parlay into their strength. Conversely, if they get down and their offense is a little bit more methodical, not necessarily a home run hitting team, the game becomes more challenging for them. Mm-hmm. And so, if they have to throw the ball, as you mentioned, they've thrown the ball 40 times in 7 games on the field, and most definitely not what they want to do. Not that they can't or they haven't. They hit a big touchdown against Carroll County to win, but again, not their strength. And so having a fast start is a big part of that. Make sure we secure possessions on special teams. They're going to kick the ball onside. We got to make sure that we value the ball when we have it. And we got to make sure that we match their emotional high to begin with on senior night, and all those things go into play. Trying to seize the momentum of the game early, and really trying to make them uncomfortable.
And you mentioned that senior night, the emotions always running high, and again, your guys coming off of that last week. How much does that maybe help them understand of that emotional roller coaster that can be, of how to match that coming out of the gate?
Yeah, very ironic you say that. I mentioned that to the team today. I said, you 12 guys, think about 5 days ago. When it was your senior night, 6 days ago, the emotions you felt and how you felt and what you were thinking and what was going through your mind, and maybe even the extra effort that you played with, that will be on the other sideline Friday. We have to find a way to match that. And so hopefully they can resonate that in their mind and try to, reenact and feel that experience to really understand what is across the field from us. And, hopefully that'll be an advantage for us, so we can try to make sure that we're ready to go.
We'll have the game audio only from Carlisle, 7:30 kickoff, 7:10 our pregame coverage begin with countdown to kickoff, and I'll have the call for you from there as the Rams try to clinch the district championship outright and 3 playoff games here at home as we get into the postseason. Next week, no show. Coaches, we've got 2 things going on. We've got the regional volleyball tournament here at Raceland, so we'll have games here all week long. And Coach is going to celebrate his anniversary, and I said, Coach, you're taking the night off.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. I got married in football season, and it was on bye week.
Did she have a choice?
That's a true story. That was in 2010, and it's actually next Wednesday, the 29th. I think that's a week from the 9th, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know where we'll go at 6 o'clock at night. Find a cheap menu somewhere.
There'll be somewhere you can go eat.
Yeah, and really get a chance to showcase our facilities next week, which is 7 volleyball games.
Yep.
7 volleyball games with 4 nights. I think it may be, I don't know if we've hosted the region before in volleyball. I'm not sure. Maybe we have somewhere along the way. I don't remember exactly when. But unfortunately our team's not in it, but we showed good effort. But at the same time, a lot of area schools will be coming through here. So it's a proud moment for our school next week, and want to make sure we do first class by those athletes. And at the same time, hopefully we wrap up, have the district championship in hand, and we move on to the last game there as we move on into the playoffs.
Yep. All right, we'll break it all down in a couple weeks as Raceland heads to Nicholas County and then finishes up with East Carter, and then first round of the playoffs gets started when we flip the calendar over to November. Not too far away. We're 4 weeks and some change away from Thanksgiving. It goes fast. Coach, always a good time hanging out. Good job by the kids tonight. We'll talk to you in a couple weeks.
Thanks, James. Appreciate it.
All right, that's it for us tonight. Hat tip to Felicia from behind the cameras. She only screwed up a couple times tonight. But, when Jacob's not here, you get the B team, so we take what we can get. But Brigham Davidson, Scott Wilks, Eli Evans, good time with them, and as always with Coach Mike Salmons. That's all for us. I'm James Collier. So long, everyone.
Thanks for watching this episode of Inside Raceland Football on Kool TV. Join us each Wednesday night at 7 for another episode as we break down everything with Raceland Rams football.